What's going on, everybody? This is Guy Party Podcast, Stage 5. I'm here with my best friend, Matty Brook Daddy. Matt, say hi.
Hi.
And, of course, I'm Al. We are joined by each other's presence every week, thankfully, to record this podcast. We'll probably be doing it about every week,
No,
where we
we've
talk
been
about
consistent so
everything
far.
and anything. I think so,
We have.
but
We have.
I don't know. We'll see. But we pretty much talk about everything, anything, video games, movies, whatever we think about
Stuff.
at that given moment in time. We have no segues. We don't transition very well, and we have fun.
Do we have fun?
I do. Do you?
I mean, I guess.
All right. I mean, whatever. Well, anyway, Matt, how was your week?
How was my week?
I'm asking you. Tell me.
That's what I'm trying to remember. Oh, we had another snowstorm go through, and
Did you get railed?
I think we got like 7 or 8 inches. I don't know. I don't remember. But, I mean,
7 or
yeah,
8
that
inches.
happened. So, had a day off and was able to relax. And I actually just got around to watching, what'd I watch? The newest Planet of the Apes movie, War for Planet of the Apes, I think it's called. Yeah.
I haven't seen them since like I watched them with my dad when I was really young.
Well,
So I haven't seen
this is
any
like
new
the
ones.
one with Andy Serkis, I think, doing the motion capture for the apes.
Dude, no idea.
It was pretty good. That whole trilogy I thought was pretty good. And I also watched the X-Men Apocalypse finally. That wasn't bad
You
either.
haven't seen that?
No, I just got around to finally seeing it. I was pretty happy with it.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. I thought they
All
did
X-Men movies are good.
Quicksilver's high speed stuff really well again. I was happy to see that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It was a good movie. I haven't seen it in a while. But
yeah,
it was good.
supposedly there's another X-Men movie coming out in November.
Fucking love it.
Haven't seen any promotional stuff for it yet though, so I'm curious to see if that's still gonna happen in November.
Yeah, I
but
haven't seen anything for it.
It's supposed to do Dark Phoenix Saga, which is kind of similar to kind of what X-Men 3 did way back when like Jean Grey is like super powerful, crazy strong type thing. It's supposed to be similar to that, but I mean, obviously everyone hated X-Men 3, and I'm sure a lot of comic fans said that was horribly done. I've never read the Dark Phoenix Saga, but I actually picked up the beginning of the X-Men Saga in graphic novel form just yesterday.
Where at?
Just one of the local comic stores.
Nice.
So I'm gonna have to get through that soon, and looking forward to it. So
Nice. There's a local comic shop here in town, like a card store. I haven't really been in there yet because they're literally always having a tournament when I go by. So I don't want to peek ahead in when these guys are going at it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I don't want to interrupt anybody, but it looks pretty cool. It looks kind of basement-ish, just like somebody would like whip up in their basement.
yeah.
But it's just on like a street corner there. It's pretty ghetto. But there's also like an old school kind of like arcade in town here too. I wanna check that out.
Nice.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, and then I guess outside of that, I did that all in one day.
Classic.
And outside of that,
So you
just
had-
been gaming when I can. Start playing Final Fantasy 15, which is slowly sucking my life away, but also played and beat Shovel Knight, which was pretty fun.
Shovel Knight.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. Might go for all the achievements in that. We'll see. There's a lot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard.
Do it.
Well, it's like I'm looking at the achievements right now. There's one where it's where is it? Finish a game without spending any money. Finish a game without buying any upgrades, I believe. There's an achievement for beating it in like an hour 30. Where was that last
It's like
one?
a speed run.
Yeah. Which is possible. I think it took me about 4 hours to beat. There's an achievement. Where is it? I finish a game without dying. Finish a game without falling into a bottomless pit. uh,
often do you fall into bottomless pits?
destroy every possible checkpoint in the game. Um, I, I don't know. I could fall on probably a decent amount because it's kind of like a. Have you seen any gameplay on it?
This is
Shovel Knight. It's
Mm,
like
yeah, I
it's like
watched.
an old school Super
It's
Nintendo
yeah, it's a
platformer.
2D
Like,
scroller, right?
yeah.
Platformer. Yeah, I saw some gameplay on
So
that. I was thinking,
it's gonna be hard.
it seems okay. It got good reviews, but
Yeah, it was good.
eh,
I enjoyed it.
I'd rather just play Celeste over that.
Yeah, I know you would.
But yeah, it looks fun. Looks a little bit difficult, but not bad.
What
Only
it,
experience I have with Shovel Knight is from Ukulele.
like
He's in it twice.
you just beat? Did you just beat
Was
that,
that?
or were you still?
Uh, I just got to Capital B's office.
All right.
I've been doing a collections run, trying to. I've not platinumed a game ever, but I'm going to try to do this one because it seems like it's an easy platinum.
Yeah, I think it took me like
So
11 or 12 hours total.
oh, dude, I've been fucking around in that game for like 20 hours. Just
Ukulele,
fucking around.
19 hours.
Yeah, I've been doing it for like
So,
20 some hours, so
yeah.
that's about right for me.
Yeah, it's
Fuck Rextros, dude, that little asshole.
that's the arcade guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be the hardest one.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
the controls aren't that responsive, I think, and it's just gonna be difficult to. I mean, you can beat them, but to get the high scores on them, it's gonna be a little bit hard. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a bitch.
Yeah, you are.
But, yep, you'd say that. Bastard. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to do that. But that's just one of the games I've been playing this week.
Just one.
Yeah. No, yeah, I played that. And then, of course, I went back and I played some Mario Odyssey.
Nice.
I can't put that game down totally. It's just really fun to go back in some of these worlds, and especially after you unlock, or especially after you beat Bowser,
The
and you
dark
can go back
room.
and like
Oh,
yeah,
go back and do
I mean,
like
not even
the
that. Just go back and break open those
yeah.
metal blocks.
Yep.
And I've only done 2 of the levels of going back and revisiting, so I mean, I can go back and I just want to get to the darker side, get 500 moons. I think I have like 300, so
Nice.
I just go back in every once in a while and get 5, 6, 7 moons and call it a day. That's a game you can turn on and play for 15 minutes if you have that much time.
Yeah.
If you only have that much time, you can just kind of shut it off, and you always have fun. It's just one of those games that are just kind of like every time you go in, there's no stress in that game at all.
No.
You're just jumping around, having a good time, playing with Cappy. It's a good game, man. But I'm playing that. Ukulele mostly, just trying to gather all those fucking quills, and some Manhunt. Rockstar, I guess, had a big sale on PlayStation Store, and it was like 55% off, so I got it for like $8.
Nice.
Hell yeah! But I made the mistake of not picking up Vice City, which is stupid. Dude, I would love to fucking play that game at trophies.
And Ubisoft is having a sale.
Fuck, man, boot it up. Melt that card. Melt that card, Matt.
I don't know if there's anything I actually want.
Don't they do like Assassin's Creed shit, right?
Yeah, I've played through all of them, but well, actually, I played through one. I played through the first 4 games, and then I skipped like 2 or 3 of them, and then I played the one where you're a pirate, and I skipped another couple, and I played the one in Egypt.
I haven't played them,
So
so
they're not bad.
me. Yeah.
Most recent is definitely the best.
Origins.
Yeah. I think that's
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know,
I think that's
whatever.
my
But-
favorite so far.
Yeah, but besides the games this week, just this morning, actually, just like we just got back about a half hour ago, we went on a pretty cool drive down to Estes Park in Colorado.
Yeah, how was
Pretty
that?
much, it's Rocky Mountain National Park.
There's climbing there.
So, if you can't find something to climb there, you got to be blind.
Oh, I know there's climbing there. Don't worry. I see it all
Dude,
the
we were
time
in
on
Estes.
Instagram.
Yeah, dog. We were in Estes Park, and Ashley's a little sick, so we didn't really want to go for like some kind of like strenuous hike, unfortunately. But we will eventually. It's not far away. It's like a 2-hour drive. But we just went down there to check out the area in Rocky Mountain National Park, and dude, this little town, Estes Park, is like in like a little. Excuse me, I'm drinking. Thank you. It's in like a little basin, and there's 360 degrees around it. And it's like fucking massive. It's the Rocky Mountains around it. It's amazing, dude.
That's
like,
awesome.
You can see like the snow-capped mountains and stuff. Like some of them like 14,000 feet. They call them 14ers. You can hike them bitches and check that off your bucket list if you're so inclined. I think we might do that at one point, but I think we'll have to like train somehow for like altitude sickness or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I think some girl died last year from like her brain swelling at the top of the mountain or something.
Well, don't do that.
I'll tell my brain not to.
Yes.
Hey, buddy, calm down. Don't swell. You're good.
Don't do that.
So yeah, besides that, that was really gorgeous. We went to this pretty cool little brewery kind of restaurant thing, Oscar Blues. They make Dale's. I guess they make Dale's Pale Ale. I think.
Never
I don't
heard
know.
of it.
I don't know if they brew it, but they sell it there. But I don't know. I don't know the deal. But it was a pretty cool place. They have like live music in this small little town. We sat outside, looked at the mountains while we ate. But what I did notice on the way out was in the basement there was a fucking arcade, and I looked down there. I peeked my head, and the one console, the old school like arcade consoles,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw a Galaga machine. I was like,
Nice.
fuck, I want to play some Galaga right now, but I had to come back here and record this with you. I was like, oh, what's more important, Galaga in some random city in Colorado, or
Dude, I know that feeling of seeing an arcade and not being able to go into it because back in February, it was actually the day of the Super Bowl. When I was on my climbing trip down in Alabama, we're like, we're taking a rest day and we're about 45 minutes from Birmingham. Let's go drive into Birmingham, see what they have there, check the city out.
Cool.
I drove to there. It's a cool little, like, small little city, like nothing crazy. And it was on a Sunday in the South, so like not a lot of people were around because I'm guessing most people were at church and stuff.
Let's keep holy the Sabbath, Matt.
But like as we're driving by through the city, the two girls I was with, they wanted to stop at a coffee shop, so like they found some coffee shop on Google, and we were driving to that. And we passed by what looked like an arcade. We're like, oh, that looks pretty cool. We'll have to like swing around to it before we go do whatever later that day. And we're walking up to it, and it was closed at the time, and we're like, well, it's a Sunday and it's like 10:30 in the morning, like, whatever, it's understandable if it's closed right now, because it was also a bar. And we're like, oh, this would be awesome. Yeah, it was a bar and like a arcade type place, like
it's a barcade.
Yeah, I know, I realized that after I said that. All right.
It's like a bar and an arcade kind of thing.
But,
like an R bar, Arc bar. It's a barcade. Now.
Shut up.
That's cool.
But unfortunately, that whole building was shut down due to some building problems. So we could not go in that day and not watch the Super Bowl there, which would have been awesome.
Oh, dude! Between commercials, like pause your game.
Yeah, like it
That'd be sick.
It was very unfortunate it wasn't open, but that just means in the future, if I ever go down there, I'll have to remember to go back into Birmingham
just to go to this arcade
and just find this barcade, because it had like pinball machines and it had like those like the Daytona 500 racing games where like you sit down in the actual seat and you drive on the Daytona track with other people. So it looked pretty legit, but unfortunately it was closed because something was wrong with the building.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see what else was down there. They said there was like 20 cabinets. But as I said, I walked by, I just took a quick head peek, and there's a Galaga, and I was like, ah, shit, that's a cool game. I'd like to play that. But alas, it was no go.
No go.
We weren't able to do it because, hey, I mean, I don't even know if it's like change anymore. I don't have change.
Yeah, I don't know. I barely
don't know.
carry cash money with me anymore. It's almost all on my card.
Yep, pretty much. I think I have like
So-
one $100 bill and one $1 bill, which I guess I could have got 4 quarters, but that's just a tease. Oh, I'm gonna play one game of Galaga. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
But anyway, that's what I did today, because that's all I have time to do things is on the weekends. And gym during the week, some video games here and there, and then Saturdays go do something.
Something.
That's what we did today. That was just something. Went to Estes Park,
That-
Colorado.
that
and
was definitely
checked out
something.
Some cool shit. Yeah. You know, yeah. It was fun. Anywho, what's the news, Matt?
Well, there's multiple news
Okay.
things, I guess. I don't know. Where
News
do you want to
things.
start? I'll let you choose.
Let's talk about the world of Hollywood. Let's talk about some movies.
Deadpool 2 trailer dropped.
Deadpool dose.
So, hang on. You
Gonna
watched
be
it right
beautiful,
before we
dude.
started all this.
Yeah, it was a
You
different
said-
trailer than what I saw.
Yeah, so you must have you saw like the original one that came out then?
Nope. I saw that one and then this other one. And then now just this
I
third one.
want to see the one you thought was the one that dropped.
I'll send
most
you one.
recent
It was on
ones. I would like-
Instagram.
I would like to watch it because I wonder if it's a fan edit.
Let me search up Mr. Ryan Reynolds.
But- Yeah,
On-
I'm super stoked for Deadpool 2.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna share this with you right now.
I'm curious to see how it ultimately ends because I originally thought Cable wouldn't be the bad guy, but now it seems like Cable is going to be like the
He's-
antagonist
yeah,
in the
he
film.
Definitely is the bad guy.
So I'm
Okay.
really curious to see where it's going to go.
What's with the kid?
I don't
Do you know what the deal with that is?
I was quickly looking at some like fan theory things real quick, and they're thinking he's gonna be a mutant called Pyro, because in one
Pyro.
short scene you see him surrounded kind of by flames. So we don't know if it's gonna be that or if it's gonna be something else. Because people also said that Cable has had fights with Pyro in the future or something. So
I mean, Cable's old, dude. He's gonna die
Yeah.
before that
Well-
kid gets to. I don't know. I don't know Cable's background story either. How did he even get the crazy ass arm?
so
Jack style.
hang on, let me. I'm pretty sure Cable is Nate Summers, who is the child of Scott Summers, who's Cyclops, and Jean Grey. I
So
want
is
to
he a
say
mutant?
he's a mutant. I want to say he first appeared.
He's a mutant cyborg, dude. Have you been?
No, he's not a cyborg.
I mean,
He's
he's
telepathic and telekinetic abilities. Yada yada yada. Originally, both were limited by his need to restrain his techno-organic infection. I think he first appeared in the Apocalypse series, actually. Where did he first?
oh, it's not. Nathan Summers, aka Cable, is the biological son of X-Men member Cyclops and Madeline Pryor, Jean Grey's clone. So I guess you're right, but it's a clone.
I see it. Maybe he didn't first appear in Apocalypse. I don't remember. I know it plays a role in that storyline, at least in one of the comic Apocalypse story arcs.
Cute.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what they do with Cable.
Dude. Yeah, it's gonna be a funny movie because it just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is funny. Is it T.J. Miller, the comedian guy? He's in there. He's hilarious.
Yes.
Who is the cab driver?
The Pender?
The Bender. Yeah. Oh, dude, he's funny too. Just by his nature, you know.
Yeah,
like-
just the way his character is,
yeah, how they wrote him in.
I feel like
he's great.
really well done. I'm glad they're bringing him back for
Yeah,
Deadpool
me
2.
too. Oh, you're just living the life, Mr.
And
Deadpool.
it seems like he actually has like a role in this movie rather than just kind of like being like a hey, this guy is still around type thing.
Yep.
Like it seems like he's actually gonna be in a decent amount of scenes and
He didn't go to jail apparently after kidnapping
no.
his love interest's love interest in the last movie.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, his cousin.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, this beer is so good. Mm. Yeah, it's gonna be a great movie. I'll be laughing immediately when I watch the new trailer.
Yeah.
Of him just sprinting down the alleyway. Start the fucking car. He just dives through the window and just takes off.
I'm super excited.
It's great. Hell's yeah, dog. May 18th. Who's his girlfriend in the movie?
Vanessa?
Vanessa. Yeah, what's her actual name?
Like the actress's name?
Yeah.
Vanessa is Morena Baccarin?
Nice.
Um,
Nice. That's all I'm saying. Nice. She's actually a copycat. Right?
She's what?
She copycat?
I don't know off the top of my head. She actually, the only movies out of what I'm looking at, what she's been in movie wise, the only thing I recognize is Serenity from 2005. She's been in a couple Batman things. Oh, I didn't realize she was in the show Gotham. I haven't really watched it, but she's been in Gotham for 52 episodes, so
Huh.
since 2015, so 3 years, so.
Didn't know that.
And her role in that show looks like she's gonna be in it until the end of the series, so.
Cool. Apparently, is this?
What?
Yeah, she's apparently copycat, dude. Vanessa Carlisle or something, whatever, appears in Deadpool, portrayed by Morena Baccarin or something. She's in a relationship with Wade Wilson. Yeah, she's copycat. She's like another. She's part of the X Force.
I've only read one X Force series.
Oh, she's in it, or was in it.
She wasn't in this one.
Well, Matt,
so
you need to bone up on your comic books, man.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
You're the knowledge. You're the entire knowledge of the comic book world.
Yeah,
here.
I don't have that amount of time or money. If you want to lend me some money, so I don't have to work as much as I do, then you can help me pay for them, I'll be more than happy to do it. But
dog, I'm low on that just as well. Sponsor us, somebody sponsor us. Yeah, but that movie is highly anticipated in my book. But what's coming out sooner, and I hope to be something worthwhile, is Ready Player One, dude. It's coming out this Thursday. What is it, March 29th?
yes.
I'm excited for it. I read the book. Oh, I didn't read the book. I listened to the book, audiobook style, twice. And I really, really enjoyed the audiobook because it delved into some pretty excruciating detail on like some old video games and like old like I don't know, comic book
pop culture stuff too.
Pop culture shows and stuff. Yeah, dude, it's great.
So.
Like movies and cartoons of that era, the 80s era. It's amazing, but it seems to me that the movie is going to be drastically different from the book, which it's not necessarily a bad thing because the book did go into, like, as I said, excruciating detail on some stuff. Like, you have to have some crazy knowledge of these video games and movies and shows that, like, nobody would really have. But they seem to change it in a way that would work. Steven Spielberg does some crazy shit, so I'm holding out that it's going to be a good movie, and I'm excited to see it. And I'm probably going to either see it opening day or the at least the first weekend, next weekend. So
Um,
what really got me excited was I saw a screenshot of like one part when they're in the Oasis, which is like pretty much everybody's reality then.
mhm.
With like there was Halo, there was like Overwatch, and there was Borderlands with Claptrap there. It's pretty cool little snapshot of the newest trailer released. It's like between like minute 142 and 144. Don't ask me why, but it's pretty sweet.
And
I'm excited to see it.
I
But
read
it's completely different, dude.
I read somewhere, I guess someone might have saw an advanced screening or something, but there's also like Batman villains in
Hmm.
Ready Player One. So,
That wasn't in the book. There's
well,
also Iron
yeah,
Giant, which
yeah.
wasn't in the book. But I mean, come to think of it, it might have been mentioned briefly in like one section where, not to spoil anything,
Um,
you get to like kind of pick one
when
giant
did
robot. But um, Iron Giant wasn't in the book. But him and Artemis, like the main guy, Wade Watts, is Parzival online in the Oasis. That's his username. Him and Artemis, which is like another famous gunter, which is like egg hunter. They're hunting this Easter egg that the creator of the Oasis implanted in the game once he died, and pretty much whoever finds the Easter egg gets what is it, $250 billion, like $200 billion or something, plus control of his company, aka control of the Oasis, also control of the future, pretty much. So everybody who's in the Oasis, that like, it's pretty much a good versus evil thing. This other they're pretty much the Gunters, the Egg Hunters, like are clan guys that kind of team up. They don't really team up, but they're against this other company who's just trying to take over and win the money, and the company just kind of just rule the world afterwards. So it's pretty much a good versus evil story.
So,
But
go ahead.
no, it just seems, like Parzival and Artemis, they didn't physically meet until like the last 3 minutes of the book. And
So,
it seems like in the trailers that they're like, all right, we have to like work together to do this and stuff like in real life. I'm like, no, that's not how it went. But
all right. One, bring me back to that about them not meeting until the end. But I have something else that I want to bring up about this
you do it, man.
story, which I
This is
actually heard on the
us.
radio yesterday morning.
I can go into crazy detail of the story
So, like you
without
said,
spoiling things.
the story is all about like finding an Easter egg or something or
Yeah.
contest.
Yep.
It's actually funny because back in 2012, I guess like a year after the book came out, the author actually had an Easter egg hidden in the hardcover of the book. Did you hear about this?
No.
So he announced there was an Easter egg in this book. And I believe, I don't know if he announced it before or after someone completely figured it out, but I think he gave them a DeLorean, the car.
That the DeLorean's actually a pretty big, not a pretty big part, but it's a pretty memorable part of the book.
Which is probably why it was a DeLorean. But
Yep. That's awesome.
I just pulled up an article real quick, and I'll read you through what it was. Hang on. So
Hey man, if you get a chance, read the book or listen to it. It's great.
probably will. But let me
I
read
think
you.
of any book, you'd like that a lot.
I think I have actually a credit on Audible, so maybe I'll get that next.
I just stumbled upon it. Like, oh, it got good ratings, and like, Ready Player One. Oh, it's about video games. Yeah, I'll listen to it. And I just kind of fell in love with it. Apparently, a lot of people don't like it.
I've heard mixed reviews.
Yeah, I mean, I
But-
guess it really is inundating with like crucial, excruciating, in-depth detail of some of these old fucking shows from like Japan in the 80s that use this in episode whatever, season 2, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, it's cool, but no one will ever know that unless you're a fucking encyclopedia or you have Google on you at all times.
Yeah. But like the Easter egg the author announced, he announced it, and apparently the way there was like multiple steps to it. So it was like, obviously very elaborate. But like the first step was you had to in the hardcover of the book, there were certain letters that had a little certain notch like a little piece of the letter taken out of the letter throughout
That's
the
how
book.
it is. That's how it is in the book.
And he essentially, you had to take those letters and it took you to a website where, I'm reading right now, apparently the website would take you to play an online Atari 2600 game called The Stacks. And
The
after you
stacks
did that,
is in the book. In the book.
you had to take a picture of the game's end screen. And then apparently the second and most current is a Facebook game created by the game designer Richard Garriott or something. He was the inspiration for the character James Halliday in Ready Player One.
Dude, James Halliday's badass. He's a cool dude. He's a really cool guy.
And it involves players building their own DeLorean time machine without spending a virtual dime.
Huh.
So I
Cool.
thought I heard someone just recently actually finished the whole Easter egg thing. Maybe not. I don't remember what I heard on the radio yesterday, but like the fact that it was so small that like you had to go through a book and find like little letters. Because I'm assuming that's not a short book. That's probably at least a couple hundred pages, I would assume. Page count 385. So
Yeah, in the book, James Halliday, his character in like Dungeons and Dragons or one of their dice games back in the day was called Anorak, and he has like when he dies, everybody goes searching through Anorak's almanac, and in his almanac he does the same thing. He like throughout his whole thing, there's little letters and notches taken out, and it spells like a part of the hint for one of
Yeah.
the Easter eggs. So I guess he just translated that into real life.
that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a great movie just because I like the book so much. I just hope they don't really deviate all that much from the main story.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it seems like, I mean, of course they have to. Because it's a 2 hour movie, 2 hour and 10 minute movie or something. And
I don't know.
audiobook's like 15 and a half hours. But then again, there's a lot of detail there. They
Running
can.
time is 140 minutes, so
It's 2 hours and
220.
minutes. Yep.
figure
Not bad.
that's including
It's a pretty
credits
long movie.
probably. So
That's a refill on popcorn movie.
no,
I mean, I don't want to.
you're not
Actually,
gonna
I'll have to run and grab
leave
that one.
in the middle of a movie. Come on,
Actually, run and grab it.
there you go.
They should like do like, okay, we're gonna take a 10-minute concession break. Everybody, scatter, go, and then
It's only
fucking just run out
2
and
hours,
try
though.
with people. Yeah, but dude, I finish the popcorn usually before the fucking starting credits are over.
That's because you're fat.
Excuse me.
You heard me.
I did.
Called
not true.
you fat.
Shut up, Matt. You just hate me because you're fat.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm excited for that movie. I like the story. It's a good story. It's a fun story. I just hope they don't kill you with detail about these random shit from 1980.
I don't know. It'll be interesting.
I'm excited to see it. I'm going to, as I mentioned, see it day one, hopefully. Anyway,
Is there anything else movie related or anything?
I don't think so.
there's-
Did you see Tomb Raider
No, not
movie?
yet.
I don't think it's all that fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, so I don't think I'm gonna see it. I'm not a big fan of the Tomb Raider stuff.
I'll probably wait for it to come out on Netflix or something. Still waiting.
Yep.
Huh?
Wait to see it free on some service that I paid for already,
Yeah.
which
Like-
I guess isn't free, but you know what you know what I'm getting at.
I know what you mean.
You're picking up what I put down.
I'm waiting for Annihilation still to come on Netflix. I've heard it was really good. And
What was that?
Annihilation?
Yeah.
It's like some horror sci-fi type movie,
Eh.
which was out in theaters a little bit ago, and then like I read an article and it's like, oh, it's coming to Netflix, and like I was actually reading through the article, then it's like, oh, it's coming to Netflix in March for Netflix Canada, UK, and like China or something, but Netflix US isn't gonna get it until like August or something. I'm like, well, thanks for getting my hopes up and then just crushing them. jerks.
Well, screw you, dickheads.
So
You dickhead. It's not cool, but I don't even know what the hell that's about. But
yeah, I don't.
Maybe if it
All I
comes
know
out,
is it's
I'll see it.
something about like sci-fi, horror, alien type stuff. That's all I really know. I don't know any actual plot to it, but I've heard it's
on.
really good. So definitely,
Good.
I'm
Check it
trying to
out.
find it at some point.
I'm still trying to finish Breaking Bad.
Yeah, you were taking forever with that.
I mean, we can watch like 1.5 episodes a night because we watch one and then start another one, and one of us falls asleep. So
Fair enough.
we're just gonna restart it the next night, and then sometimes you can't watch it because we're just too fucking tired anyway. So we don't watch any. On the weekends, we just we're out doing stuff, and we just don't have time. It's not a priority, Matt.
Well, maybe it should be.
You know what? Maybe it should be. Actually, yeah, maybe it should be.
Yeah.
And we're almost done. We're we're almost done with season. So
Which
we
season?
pretty much season 4.
All right.
We just have one more to go, and then we're done.
All right.
I thought it would be longer running than 5 seasons.
Was it really only 5 seasons? I thought it was 6 or
Yeah.
7.
Huh?
I thought it was 6 or 7.
Ashley says she knows why. Why?
Because Walter White, actor,
Bryan
started
Cranston?
getting, like messed up vibe about that part.
Really?
Couldn't handle it anymore. So
Really?
he wanted-
Huh. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my girlfriend said that Bryan Cranston, Walter White, in season 5, he kind of started getting messed up like mentally and didn't want to carry on the character anymore.
That's respectable.
I mean, I guess if you're a blood hungry or bloodthirsty, murderous fucking drug dealer, yeah, you might want to continue that.
Yeah, probably
Good
not.
show. Good show. That's interesting though. I didn't know that, but yeah, we're getting to the end. Hopefully, just one more season, and
Nice.
that's that. Okay. Anyway, hard transition into
What else is new?
what else is new.
How? What are we going into?
We're gonna go to some fucking video games, Matt.
All right. Well, we have like 3 different things on the list, so I wasn't sure.
Let's go with let's talk about why someone would go through the pain of platinuming a game.
Do you? All right.
I mean, we were talking about platinums earlier. I mentioned I was going for the easy one first, but I mean, an easy platinum's still platinum. Just have
So
to fucking spend more time than you want to on a game. Why do you do it? Why do you do it, Matt?
why do I do it? Well, one.
Why do you get every trophy in the game to get that one last trophy in the game that says you've completed every trophy in the game?
Well, actually, that isn't on Steam.
Whatever. Why do you?
But you do
100%
get a little
why do
thing
you-
on your page where it's like games completed. I think they call it.
Okay.
Perfect
Whatever.
games.
Platinum completed. Perfect. Dude,
Um,
perfect.
Well, one, I just like that satisfaction of seeing a little notification pop up saying I get an achievement. That's one.
That's cute.
But let me ask you this:
Okay.
How much does a usual retail game cost now? $60.
$60 ish, 65
So you play
that.
through it once, figure that takes about what, 10 to 20 hours.
roughly,
Where's the
depending on the title.
So when they put achievements in that game, it gives me incentive to go back and play it again.
So you really get your money worth.
So I'm getting a lot more out of my
Money's
money.
worth. That's true. Okay,
So
I see that.
like there are games where if they don't have achievements, I will play once and then, unless the story is really good or they have completely divergent paths that you can take,
So you're telling me
I will almost never
you're not
touch it
gonna play
again.
Odyssey again?
I have barely touched it since I beat Bowser.
You fuckhole. Why? It's such a good game. Such a happy-go-lucky game.
I'm not saying it isn't. I finally got to the dark side of the moon, where you have
You
to
didn't
like.
get to the darker side.
I didn't get to the darker side yet. I only played the dark
Get
side a little
500
bit.
moons.
If Nintendo puts some sort of achievement system into their system, I would pick it up more.
Nintendo, do it.
People are constantly talking about it.
I know Nintendo's not. Nobody from Nintendo is ever gonna listen to this, but Nintendo do that.
I mean, 2 games I'm working on perfecting right now are Shovel Knight, kind of,
Shovel Knight.
and actually bought Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 again on PC. 'Cause
Yo,
like,
did you? Okay.
that's one
we're
of the
gonna talk about
first
that.
ones I platinumed on PS3. I think it might have actually been the first game I platinumed on
Get
PS3.
that platy.
So I'm
Yeah,
going through playing on veteran, the hardest difficulty, and slowly making my way through it and getting all achievements again. So
Nice. Yeah, dude. Did you hear the news about Modern Warfare 2 remaster?
I heard it's gonna get remastered.
Yeah, but did you hear it's not gonna have an online portion?
I'm alright with that.
I don't know if I am.
Well, I guess
That game-
console is different. Console is different. PC, apparently the Modern Warfare remastered did not sell well. Not a whole lot of people were playing online.
then why the fuck are they making this 2 then?
Well, that's same for PC. I don't know how console did.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't play it. I played the shit out of Call of Duty 4 when it was Modern Warfare when I was like whatever 13, 14, 15, 14. And then when Modern Warfare 2 came out, me and
That was college.
my roommate in college. That was our first semester in college. That was bad because we would just stay up to like 3 in the morning every day, no matter what, and play and play and play and play.
Game,
and
game,
play,
game.
and play. Yep, pretty much. That's where that started.
I
that whole
know.
game thing. That was Rob, our buddy Rob. He would just fucking come back from class, throw his book bag in the corner, game, and just sit down and just play, and play and play and play and play and play. Which wasn't bad. I would drink like 15 sodas a gaming session and just play fucking Modern Warfare until my eyes were bleeding. Just fall asleep in the chair. But that's weird that they wouldn't put an online portion to it
Yeah, I don't know.
that was really fun. Anyway, back to the platinum thing.
But yeah, like I said, it makes me feel like it's my money worth because it makes me go through and replay the game.
No matter how painful.
I mean,
It's gonna be pretty frustrating to get some of those goddamn achievements.
Oh, it can be. Dark Souls
Dark Souls.
3. Dark Souls 1 was not a bad game to platinum because you essentially could play through it with a fresh save file, play through it again on New Game Plus, play again on New Game Plus Plus, and on that third time around on that same file, you could essentially get all the trophies if you knew what
Nice.
you were doing. Because you had to do certain things in some things you had to do in a certain order, some things you had to use certain items on certain things that you could only get once per playthrough. So you kind of had to know what you were doing.
Yep, you gotta hit certain spots at a certain time.
Yes and no. Like, so a lot of the bosses in Dark Souls, you would beat them, and like, I'm trying to think of a boss right now. All right, here's actually a really good example for Dark Souls 1. At one point, you fight this one boss, and you actually fight. Spoiler alert for a game that's 9 years old, and getting remastered soon. You fight actually 2 bosses at once called
DP, getting DP'd.
yeah, actually
Getting DB'd,
kind of
boss.
do.
Fucking hate getting DB'd.
Fuck, now I'm not remembering their names off the top of my head because they have so many nicknames in the game. People call it Pikachu and Snorlax. What are their names? Oh, Ornstein and Smough. Or Smaug.
Smaug. Smaug.
But essentially you
What the heck
fight
is a shower?
you essentially fight these 2 guys at the same time.
Okay.
But when you kill one, the other like absorbs the one that you beat and goes like Super Saiyan. So whoever you beat ultimately at the end, you get that soul. But to perfect the game, you need to be able to get both of their souls. So that forces you to go through, and you have to be able to like beat both of them and use their
Beat one
souls
first.
to get a certain item, like a weapon or like something like that. But I actually just pulled up the nicknames for Ornstein and Smough on Reddit, and the top ones, I think these are top, are Oreos and S'mores, Biggie Smalls, Drake and Josh, Snorlax and
Drake and
Pikachu,
Josh.
Snorlax and Pikachu, like I said, Little Boy,
Excuse me, continue.
Little Boy and Fat Man, Penn and Taylor,
Okay.
Fat Boy and Slim, what the fuck was that, and this range is fucking bullshit, Pinky and the Brain,
Okay.
the IRS, Wario and Waluigi, the Super Lundo Bros, Lincoln and Taft, Elvis and Fat Elvis, and Robin Big.
Why the fuck there's so many goddamn nicknames?
Because people just come up with nicknames for them because it's just a duo. It's easy to come up with nicknames. And I think most people call them Pikachu and Snorlax because the one guy's like really big and fat, and the other is like a little small electric rat that just runs around super quick.
Damn.
But yeah, like the first Dark Souls isn't hard to platinum or perfect. I'm looking forward to the remastered so that way I can do it again because it was actually pretty fun in my opinion. Dark Souls 3 on the other hand, I still haven't perfected because
You're a bitch.
no. So in the games there's covenants.
You are though.
And in the covenants, shut up. In the covenants, they're kind of focused more towards PvP. Like certain covenants are like more about invading other players. Some covenants are about helping out other players that are being invaded. Some are about just like, I think the one covenant in Dark Souls 3, they can summon you and you can kind of be a wild card. Like
You got it.
They summon
That's
you.
cool.
They summon you and you can either help them out or you can just attack them. And you don't really know what they're going to do when you do summon them. But there's one covenant where you have to get these things called Proof of Concord Keeps. And to get them, you either have to put on a ring, and then if someone's being invaded, you'll get summoned to that world to help out the person that's being invaded. You have to kill the invader to get that proof, which, if you have it on, it maybe happens once every 2 or 3 hours on average, I've found. Sometimes I'll go and get like 4 or 5 in a matter of an hour. Sometimes I'll go 7, 8 hours without getting summoned. Or you can farm 2 specific enemies, and their drop rate is probably like, I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but it's considered rare. I think it was like 1 in 40 or 1 in 50 drops will be what you need. And you need a total of, I think, 20 or 30 of these items to get an item to get an achievement.
Nice.
And that is one of the things that stopped me from perfecting Dark Souls 3, where it's just like, I pick it up,
Getting dick?
and I'm like, all right, gonna do an all achievement run this time, gonna finish it out. I beat the game on New Game. Don't start New Game Plus, because I'm going through trying to get these items, and it's just like, I put it aside for like a week or 2, and I don't touch it again for like 2 or 3 months. Like last time I played was actually December 22nd. Was the last time I touched it. So it's been over 3 months since I touched it. And I've actually been thinking about pulling it up again and starting again.
Give it a try, because I mean they're gonna remaster the which one? So you might as well
The first
go
one.
ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well just go ahead and do the third one to bone you up for the first one again.
Yeah,
Dude, speaking of drop
excited.
rates, I remember like in Borderlands 2, I would just sit and farm somebody for like fucking hours just to get that B shield, just to get that fucking horse hammer buster, just to get that one legendary, dude.
It's funny because like in the Dark Souls community, people on like the subreddits will always be like, which armor do you guys think is better? Is it like, do you guys like this armor better or this armor better, like stat wise? And a lot of people are like, we don't look at the stats. It's all about the fashion. It's how good you look in the game. That's what matters.
Who gives a fuck how it operates? I want to see how it looks.
Yeah, because people will call it Fashion Souls instead of Dark Souls, and like you'll just see people come in like the most ridiculous get-ups, or they'll just be like,
Oh my god! Don't even get me started.
I use this armor
Ridiculous get-ups.
because I like the way it looks, and I can't really say much because I've done that with armor myself, where I've gone with armor because of the way it looks.
Yeah, I've done that. Hell yeah,
So.
I've done that. Anybody out there, you've done it too. Don't think you haven't. That's cool, man. I mean, yeah, the whole platinum thing, I'm going to start doing it because I was listening to some other gaming podcasts, and they were talking about the whole platinum thing, and one of the guys, I forget which one it was, but he said pretty much it's a tip of the hat from you to the game developer to say like, hey, I liked your game
That too.
that much that I
Yeah.
put the time in to platinum it. Like,
Like
thank you
like
for
I
this game.
said, also
Cheers, buddy.
it gives the game's replayability factor.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I barely touched Mario since I beat Bowser in that game. But
I can't understand. You haven't even messed around in Mushroom Kingdom. Oh, spoiler alert! You unlock Mushroom Kingdom. Have to be Bowser.
I've played around a little bit of Mushroom Kingdom.
You got Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Um.
I got the 64-bit Mario or Mario 64. Sorry, costume. I haven't changed out of that until I get the 9,999 coins to get the skull costume. I'm not changing out of the 64 unless I need to for a certain level. I'll switch it back.
But like, here's a good example of a game. Fallout 3 on PC doesn't have achievements. I've beaten it once, have not touched
Never
it
played it
since.
again. Yep. I played Fallout
Whereas-
3 for like a half hour. And I was like,
Whereas Fallout
you can't
4,
sprint?
Fallout 4, I put 305 hours into it and platinum
Dude.
perfected.
Yeah, speaking of Fallout
So-
4, I just that's something else I want to get back on to play. I got all the DLC now. Finally, I got the Game of the Year editions. The downloads,
It's about time.
and I'm gonna play some Fahaba, some
Fahaba.
Animatron, some World, and I'm gonna play probably the other one. I forget what it is right
Nuka-Cola.
now. No, Nuka World. That's the latest one. Fahaba, Automatron, and wasn't there a fourth one? I mean, of course, there's like all like the
pull it
workshop
up
building
right now.
ones and stuff. Pull up, Matt.
There's
FO4.
Automatron, there's Contraptions Workshop, there's Far Harbor, Nuka World, Vault Tech Workshop, Wasteland Workshop, and that's it.
So there's actually only 3.
There's only like,
Whatever
I think there was only like
expansions.
3 that were actually like quest driven, like
Yeah, 3
semi
that were actually
quest driven
expansions,
ones,
yeah.
yeah. Which,
Because the workshop, you just build the fucking workshop and then build like
yeah,
robots and
and
shit.
I think the
so. Anyway,
Automatron,
that's something I really gotta get on.
if I remember correctly, this isn't like a real spoiler, but Automatron, all takes place in the Commonwealth. Whereas Far Harbor and
Yeah,
Nuka
it
World
does.
take place on their own maps.
Yep. I started Animatron because that was the last kind of that was the last radio frequency signal I got. So that was the first one I went to, and that was the Animatron one. So I started that one.
No,
I got like fucking 2 missions into it, and then I had that fucking that save data scare.
oh yeah,
So I had to like reboot everything and retransfer everything, get a new. Oh, that was a mess, and that was the time like, Ashley was away for a whole week and I had time to game,
yep.
but all my time went to fucking transferring data. But I
No,
digress.
now you
Um,
make me want to boot up Dark Souls after this and start working through that again.
We can do that. We can go on Discord after this and chat. By the way, our Discords, I messed up in the Instagram post.
Yeah, you did.
I put some random bastard on Instagram for Brooker, but on Discord, Matt's handle here is Brooker and mine's Broody33 BREWD33.
Well, I think you need to put like the pound numbers after that too.
Always thinking about pound, Matt. Always thinking.
So you're like Brood 33 pound sign 6458, and I'm Brooker pound sign 7565. I don't think you
Yeah,
can
there
just
you
put
go.
the names.
That one. Do that. Do what he said
Yeah.
because he's better with this than I
Me.
am.
This guy
But
doesn't
I'm
know.
the one who should. I guess I'll try to
You don't know technology.
advert us. I don't know shit about technology, dude. You fucking did everything.
Yeah,
You helped
yeah,
me set up my
10%.
controller for my emulators on my.
That's only because I need
Windows
that for
PC.
Dark Souls. I can't play Dark Souls with mouse and keyboard. That is being a masochist.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. You have to play Dark Souls with like fucking Nintendo cartwheel or something.
Dude, people have done that.
I know.
People
You
have
need to
beat
play
Dark Souls by tapping
No,
bananas
no.
wired to the computer.
No. You need to beat Dark Souls with the gun from Duck Hunt from Mario
No, all right.
NES.
I've had actually 2 ideas for a Dark Souls challenge run, which I'm trying to figure out how to implement. The one is I guess this one would be kind of easy and I can do easily by myself.
Sorry about
Play
that.
it but like mirror mode, but in a way that it's not like I've seen mods where it just like flips the entire map, but I'm thinking like turn around, have a mirror in front of me, and be looking in the
That's
mirror
just-
and having
fuck
to look
that.
back at the game. Because that would flip left and right, right?
Wait, no, okay, do that.
That,
do that.
Would that flip left and right if I
but-
just looked in the mirror?
I think so. But as you do that, play it with the Rock Band controller, the guitar, behind your head like a solo, the whole time. The whole time.
Well, like I said, the mirror mode was the first one that came to mind. The
Okay.
second one that came to mind, which I've seen one Dark Souls challenge
Dude, you
runners
just
do.
want pain, don't you?
Well, this doesn't just involve me. It's you get someone to sit next to you. And I can't figure out which way I would want to do this, but essentially I would blindfold myself, and the person sitting next to me has to guide me through the game.
Nah, fuck that.
Because
I can't trust myself to guide myself through a game, let alone somebody else. But then again, I would do it with you because you'd
But-
be able to guide me better than I can guide
see,
myself.
that's what I'm thinking is, would I want to maybe first give the other person the controller, blindfold them, guide them through the game blindly, so like they kind of learn the basic mechanics and
They
everything.
don't know the basic mechanics if they can't see what the fuck
But-
the screen.
True. But then after that, have them try and follow what I told them to do. Because, like, I almost want to also do it with someone that has never seen or played the game, just
That's
to see
me.
where they take me. Because I remember the first
That's
time
me.
I played through that game, I went places, I was like, oh yeah, I have to go here. I think I might have mentioned this before, and it was like
Yep.
one of the
Nope,
last
don't go
places
there.
you're kind of supposed to go, and it was just like, I went in, started getting my shit pushed in, I was like, well, this is Dark Souls, this game is supposed to be hard. Maybe it's just the difficulty ramps up really quickly, and then I found out later, no, I was going to the complete wrong area.
Dude, that's the funniest way to say that you're getting fucked up and get my shit pushed in. That's hilarious. I love saying that.
But,
Get my fucking shit
Yeah, I
pushed
would,
in. But yeah,
I would
dude,
like to
that'd be
blindfold
cool.
myself and have someone try and lead me through, because there are parts where, even as an experienced Dark Souls player, there are parts where it's just like, it's just all about timing, and if that person doesn't
Yep.
know timing, even if you do know timing, it can still be like knowing exactly, because it could be like so, not frame specific, but like a matter of half a second could change you getting through this obstacle, or you getting knocked off a ledge and falling 300 feet and dying, and then having to start all the way from the bottom of that building.
No thanks.
So,
Yeah, maybe something difficult, of course, but I like myself more than to put myself through that much kind of pain.
no, you're getting Dark Souls for the Switch, by the way.
I might.
You are.
A lot of cool things are coming to Switch. I can't wait. I want to get some Mario Aces. I want to get some. Can't wait for that Smash to drop.
Dude,
I
I
didn't
am
hear anything about
so
that, though.
excited for Smash.
It's gonna be great, but it's never gonna
Can't
be as good as Melee, in my book, because of the experience that I've had with Melee, like playing with like going over to other people's houses, bringing your controller, bringing your memory card and stuff. Like, it's never gonna happen again.
I can't wait for Smash.
Oh, well, me either. But I'm just saying, you can't replicate that experience of Melee for me.
Was Melee the GameCube one?
Yup. So like that was when that was when like I was able to like kind of go out, ride my bike down the street to my buddy's house and stuff.
That's one
and,
where
like,
they
bring my-
introduced like Roy and Marth and Bowser, right?
Roy!
And Zelda.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
And yeah, Zelda and Sheik.
Yeah.
Bailey-doodly-dee. Yep. I would like take my bike and my backpack and my game, all my controllers and shit, and like go to my buddy's house and we play it there, like for fucking hours and hours. We play that game, and then, but now it's like, I'm just been play with you and Derek probably and Ashley here, but like it's never gonna be the same as that experience. You know what I mean?
No.
But
Which I think
Whatever.
Switch is doing a pretty good job at getting close to replicating of being able to just sit down in a room with a bunch of people and playing it.
yeah,
Like
Yep.
I don't remember if
I love my Switch.
I don't know if I
I love the Switch.
told you this already, but like my boss at work, he has a Switch, and he's like, I'm honestly thinking about bringing it to the gym and just walking on the treadmill to play it, so that way like I can still be somewhat active and be like go for like a 10-mile walk, but play the Switch while I do it. Like you can't do that.
Yeah, just put the screen up on the treadmill
Yeah.
and just have the Joy-Cons in your hand and like be walking. I
you could easily
can play
do
like that. just like going left and right,
Yeah.
jumping out. Yeah, just by
And
moving
it's
your
also
hands. Because
just
the
like
Joy-Cons are great.
it's like one of those things where like in I think October, I'm going to a wedding, and my boss from work is actually going to be there too. And it's like, I'm planning on just having us all get a hotel room that night, going back after the wedding, and just like us busting out 2 or 3 Switches and just sitting down in a hotel room drinking and playing the games all in one room.
That'd be cool.
So,
That's sweet. Yeah, good call.
which I think is actually, we're kind of leading into one of the other topics we had of what we miss about older video game generations. And part of
Yeah,
that
dude.
is having, I don't want to say being able to sit down in the same room as your friends, but almost being forced.
Yeah,
Because,
because yeah, you mentioned this, and the first thing I thought of was like not like miss, like the sounds and like the
the experiences.
side scrolling. It's 100% what I miss is the experience.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's the being
Pretty
able to
much, like-
sit down in the same room and being able to play the same
Yep.
games together. Like,
You
nowadays,
can't replicate your 10, 12, 14-year-old self with your buddies.
especially when it's like, it's cool nowadays that you're out in Wyoming and I can play video games with you. Our buddy
Mhm.
down in Texas, we can all play video games with him while I'm in Pennsylvania. It's awesome.
Yeah, don't get
But
me
it
wrong.
doesn't
That's
have
amazing.
that same experience as all of us sitting on the couch right next to each other, looking at one screen.
Yep. Also, I was thinking about this, and I was like, what else do I miss about when I was like, when I think about the old video games, I think like when I was like 10, you know, like when N64 was out and like PlayStation 1
Mhm.
and shit. And like, I guess what I miss is like how immersed you get into it. You can do it now, but I can't get into a game as much as I could like back when
It's because you
I was
didn't have the time.
playing.
Or you don't have the time.
Exactly.
Back
Exactly.
then,
I
you
can't
get
just
home
come
from
home from
school,
school.
throw your backpack down, start up the
Dude,
N64.
Fuck the backpack. I'd throw that thing in the corner and then run upstairs or run down the basement, load up Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie, whatever, and just play
Yep.
it until like 9 or 10 at night, like 7 hours straight. And like before the internet, you had to actually find everything on your own. You
Yeah.
couldn't get helps unless you bought like
game
Nintendo
guides.
or anything. Yeah, or
I
stuff
don't
like
think
that.
I
but
ever had one of those.
me either. I think the only
No,
I
I
take
had
that back.
one. I had one, but
I
I don't
had-
remember what it was for.
I have one, and it was for Pokemon Silver and Gold.
Nice. I remember my buddy
Oh,
got
wow.
it for Wind Waker, and he
Mm.
used it. And like halfway through the game, he's like, "I'm just gonna stop using it because it's not as fun." I'm like,
Yep.
"Yeah, like use it for where you need it, and then after you beat the game, look back and see like all the stuff you missed."
Yeah, because you're kind of spoiling it for yourself
Yeah.
at that point too. Like you're
Yeah.
reading ahead and like, oh fuck, I didn't want to unlock that. But
Yeah, because I remember in
Yeah,
those guides they would spoil even story-related stuff.
well, they have to because they're telling you what to do and how to beat it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But yeah, dude, that's the thing that I miss is the time investment and like the emotional investment you can get from a video game when you're like 10, 12 years old, just sitting down. Like that's your world
Yep.
for the next 7 hours. Like nothing outside, nothing in the real world mattered. I just got to collect this, beat this boss, and kill this guy, and do that, this, the other thing, and then just being able to do that with your buddies as well.
Yeah, like I think the two main things I miss is one, like I said, the being forced to sit down in the same room, on the same TV, all
Mhm.
playing together. And then the other thing is, you still see it a little bit in video games today, but not as much, is the button combination cheat codes.
Dude,
Like I remember in GTA,
R1, R2, L1, R2,
in
left, right, up.
GoldenEye, in all these games, it was like you had to do this right combination. You would get invincibility, or this gun set, or this much money, or you'd be invisible, or something like that. You don't really see that today in video games. Like I think there's a couple still that come out here and there, but you really don't see the button combination cheat codes anymore.
Dude,
Um,
I rattled one off. I think it was for like it was one of the either GTA 3 or GTA San Andreas, like R1, R2, L1, R2, left down, right up, or left down, down, left, or left down, 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 and that's all 3 different tiers of weapon codes.
It's so that,
And
and,
dude, it's crazy. I haven't played those games in a fucking.
but it's
like,
ingrained, and it's ingrained.
yeah, yeah.
And then the other thing I
Never
miss,
forget that.
which kind of goes along with that, is when you would go to those cheat code websites that like it gave you a list of cheat codes. It would also have complete walkthrough link at the top of that page, and you would click it, and it was just a text file from like Notepad that someone just wrote out,
Yep.
and it would be pages upon pages of text, and you just had to look through and find where you were. And some of those, I will say this also, some of those authors that wrote that stuff up, they did amazing art in that text.
I was gonna say, dude, just the GTA one, like with all like the capital I's and slashes and shit.
Yeah.
They just spell out GTA 3.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, that's
They did
That'll take you some
amazing
time.
text art in those guides.
yeah.
And I guess the other thing, which is why I'm enjoying Shovel Knight, is just a side scrolling, like, you know,
Yep.
just get point A to point B, minimal story, and it's just like,
Let's get it done.
yeah,
Get it done.
it's
Yep.
like
I like that
you
too.
die,
I
you
miss
get
that.
checkpoint, like, you know, you aren't. There's no easy, medium, or hard. It's you're
Yep.
going into the game. This is a game. Either get good or die, which is one of the reasons
Get
why
good,
I
scrub.
think
Get good.
one of the reasons why I think I enjoy Dark Souls so much is its minimalistic story. So like after the first time through, like you can still catch references that you might not have caught the first time by like lore stuff, but like after I played through it once, I can play through the entire Dark Souls without sound now. I can just like pull up a podcast or an audiobook and listen to that and not have to worry about cutscenes or anything like that because it's so minimalistic. And it's just point A to point B, and there's no difficulty rating or setting. It's just get good or die and learn from your mistakes.
Get good. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
and
exactly it, man.
I'll say this. The reason this whole things you miss most in video games came to my head the other day was because of cheat codes. Like I said, I miss those.
Yep.
And
Good, man.
I remember I actually just grabbed it. I got a book at one of the book fairs in school way back when. And it
Oh,
was
dude, do you remember
Secret Codes.
Scholastic Book Fairs?
Secret Codes 2005 Volume 1 for PlayStation, PlayStation 2, Game Boy Advance, Xbox, and GameCube.
You have that? Did you just find it?
I saw it sitting on my shelf earlier this past week, and that's when I texted you about it.
Hell yeah.
So, like, I'm going through...
Did you see?
Go ahead.
Did you see that post on Reddit of the Scholastic Book Fair truck?
Yep.
Someone
Those kids are
at
about
work.
to have a good day.
Yeah. Did you remember that? Like, just getting like fucking stupid, crazy pencils and
Yep. Yep.
just stupid books
I remember you
that
used
you
to be able to
didn't
get a
need, but
pen.
you just wanted.
There's a pen that had, like, red, blue, green, black on it. And I think a lead
Yep.
pencil in it also. What? Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was the best day because I would go back. You're only supposed to go for like one period. I'd go like 3 different periods. I'd skip lunch and go there and check out the books and stuff because I don't know. That was just a fun day. Yeah, man, taking me back.
I miss cheats.
Yep. I guess let's do a transition then. That switches right into. Do you want to do the games that turned 20 this year?
Yeah, we can knock those out real quick. I don't think it was the link you had last week. But
No, but Matt sent me a link here. I guess this just segues perfectly actually because we're talking about what we miss about old video games. And speaking of old video games, here are 10 games turning 20 years old in the year 2018.
some of these, I'm honestly
Some
actually
of them I
pretty
haven't played.
surprised. Some of them I've played, some of them I'm surprised are actually turning 20.
It's kind of like what the fuck.
Yeah.
But number 1, Half-Life.
I've played a bit of that. I think I got really close to the end and I just stopped.
Never played it.
It wasn't bad. It's definitely a dated game. It's
Yep.
It's definitely a game that if you go into it, you got to know it's an old game. The graphics are 98 graphics, you know, they're very polygon-like, and
I'm fine with that. I like those graphics.
but yeah, Half-Life,
Whatever.
and people are still saying, "Where's Half-Life 3?" Honestly,
Half-Life 3?
don't think it will
Half-Life
happen.
3? Nope, not gonna happen.
I
You don't
think
think it's happened? Why? Valve's
the
not gonna
hype
put it out,
the
or
hype
what?
is built up way too
Too
much
real?
that it will just be a letdown no matter what.
No matter what. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. No matter how good they do it, it
Yep.
just won't stand up to expectation.
But
That
apparently the
fucking
last
sucks.
Half-Life game left on a cliffhanger too, which is pretty funny.
And you'll never fucking
Yep.
know. Well, fuck it. They did it to themselves, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
Screw you
Valve
guys.
is making a poop ton of money off of Steam anyway. That they
Poop
they
ton.
haven't developed a game in years.
Poop.
The
time.
last game I remember Valve developing was either Left 4 Dead 2 or Portal 2.
Portal 2. We need to play that again.
Or maybe it was CS:GO. But even that's 10 years old.
Whatever. Anyway, number 2. Pokemon Red and Blue.
That was also the start of
That was like the start of the game addictions for me, because that's when the Game Boy was out, and you can take that everywhere. You get your Worm Light. You're playing on fucking family vacation road trips. You're playing on the vacation.
So-
You should be at the beach.
So two things
Ugh.
this game just brought to mind. One, you said like playing on road trips and stuff, and I heard this brought up in
Yup.
another podcast I was listening to recently because I don't know if I saw it on Reddit or what, but it's like kids today
Probably.
will never know the experience of playing Game
Yup.
Boy in the car at night
Street light.
and
Street light.
street lights going by and having to go by street lights because it wasn't backlit. So, or you had to hold
That was
it
the
at
whole thing.
even in your room, you had to hold it at just the right angle. Because if
Mhm.
you held it at a wrong angle, you couldn't see anything.
Couldn't see shit.
So,
But that was the thing with Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Advance SP when they came out with the backlight.
I think
that was
S-
fucking.
was Advance?
gay.
Did Advance have the backlight, or was it SP that was the first one?
I don't know. I know the SP had it, and that's what I
I
got.
know-
I didn't get the Advance. I got the Advance SP.
I had the SP,
Me too.
or maybe it was the Advance. What was the difference?
No, I don't think the Advance had backlight. Nope, because I see people modding it. No, I remember because my cousins had the backlight or the Game Boy Advance with the worm light still.
Yeah,
SP, I believe was the first one with
SP
it. But
was the flip one, right?
yeah, dude,
Yeah,
that's
one I
not too
had.
long ago. Yeah, dude, I was traveling a lot and like doing like a lot of oversight jobs where I just kind of like hung out, you know, and just watched, made sure guys did the work that they were supposed to do. And like during lunch breaks and stuff, you know, these guys would take hour lunch breaks because they were union or whatever, and I would eat in like 10 minutes, and I would just sit there for a while. Like I was like, fuck, where's my Game Boy? And I went back in my house and I searched and I searched and I searched. I found my old Game Boy Color, but I did not find my SP, and I was so pissed because my SP had my gold version in it, my Pokemon Gold in it, and of course there's the backlight, and I was like, I can't find it, and I'm fucking furious.
Yeah.
I want it.
There's,
But,
I
I
think
mean,
there's word
I gotta
Nintendo's.
Switch now, so.
I think there's word Nintendo's developing a Pokemon game for the Switch right now. I think I'm not entirely sure, but I feel
Dude,
like I've
if
heard
they do, I
rumors.
hope they go back to like a red, blue, gold, yellow.
I want
era,
either
or
that or an open
red, blue,
world,
yellow, gold, silver area.
an open world Skyrim type Pokemon game.
You're asking for too much.
It's people have been asking for it for the past 10 years.
Same with Half-Life 3.
True.
You can't
always
get what you want. That's crazy to think about. That game's 20 years old already.
Yeah.
Like, I got that game when I was 7. Holy shit. Anyway, number 3, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. I
I-
dabbled.
I haven't dabbled until the most recent one, which is Siege. Which I'm like, actually, like, right now I have it installed, and it's like, I actually kind of want to get into this, because it actually seems really strategical and team-based. So, definitely want to get into it. It seems fun.
Yeah, I haven't played him since, really.
So,
Yeah, whatever. 4, Metal Gear Solid, PS1, 98. Wow.
which
Haven't played it.
is odd, because that's not the first game.
That's crazy.
Metal
Yeah, I've never
Gear
played
was the
any Metal
first
Gear game.
one.
Yeah, Metal Gear was the first total tactical espionage action. Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never played them. I
I've-
heard good things about the first couple. The most recent one I've heard sucked dick. Not
I've
worth it.
dabbled in the, I guess, Metal Gear Solid, technically the second game.
Okay.
Played through 4 a lot. I think like 2 or 3 times. That was pretty good. I haven't touched any of 5, but it's on my wish list on Steam. Just waiting for it to go on
Gotcha.
sale. And I've heard mixed things about that. Steam reviews for 5 are very positive, both recent and all reviews. So,
Check it out. See if it's
Wait.
on sale and just make a perch.
Yeah.
Speaking of 5, number 5, Grim Fandango.
never played it. I think I've vaguely
never played it
remember
or
it.
heard of it.
I've heard of it, but never played it. Let me.
Screw it. Next, number 6, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I'm currently playing through this right now for the first time.
Are you actually still playing it, or did you stop?
I've been going back and forth. I played a little bit the other day.
How far are you?
I didn't get to the second dungeon yet.
Oh my.
I just clicked all the chickens for that bitch. I just went to that one farm, I think, and got
In the center of the
some-
map.
I got like some skull thing there. I don't know.
You know, it's
I really want to play it, but I just feel like I'm sure it is a fun game. I've been playing it. It's entertaining,
1 second.
but I just feel like I just missed out on it. You know?
yeah.
I just missed out on a glorious piece of my childhood back in '98. But I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna finish it just to beat that, and then get Breath of the Wild.
What was I about to say?
But you said to play Majora's Mask
Um,
after, right?
Yeah, Majora's Mask kind of leads into, or comes right out of Ocarina of
Yep,
Time.
Ocarina.
But with Zelda, there's so many divergent paths of like what happens, like some
Yep.
of this whole
Mhm.
timeline of like if the game ended this way, theoretically, this is how this game started, and so on. But 2 things. One, Ocarina of Time was the first 3D Zelda game, which
Yeah,
kind of
dude,
blows
that's-
my
I'm
mind.
playing that, and I'm gonna finish it.
Uh,
Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna let you know what I think about it because it's fun
And-
so far. I'm really enjoying it.
And then the other thing is, one of my bosses at work, he's actually playing it through pretty much for the first time also, surprisingly.
Cool.
And I was talking to his roommate, and like we were talking how like you're playing through the first time pretty much also. And like the person who's playing it, you or my boss at work, they're like, yeah, I'm like right here, and I don't exactly remember what I gotta do with this. And like the
You
2
know.
guys that have played through it multiple times were like, oh yeah, you just gotta go do this, check this. Is this happening? Yes, no. All right, then you gotta do this. Because that's what happened. Like
Damn.
you were trying to get through the tree, and like you couldn't figure it out. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you just do this, and you were like, oh yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. That goes to show you. You know, I spent most of my N64 era playing GoldenEye, Mario Party, Banjo Kazooie and Tooie, and like Mario Kart shit like that, and Melee
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I didn't really get into Zelda because none of my group of friends at the time were playing it. So like we would just like play Animal Crossing, or not Animal Crossing, that's GameCube. We would just play like Tooie together and stuff, and like, oh, did you get this Jiggy? Yeah, I got that Jiggy. Where'd you get this one? How'd you get that one? How'd you beat this? So like we'd do that, and that was pretty much what my friends were playing. So I kind of went with that.
understandable.
Yeah, so like nobody was really playing Zelda, surprisingly. But anyway, I'm gonna finish it, and I'm enjoying it. Number 7, StarCraft.
Never dabbled.
Never played it. Never played it.
I do know they have huge tournaments over in like Korea or something, which are worth quite a bit of money though. And I've heard
That's crazy to think
I've
about,
heard it's
dude.
a
Like, if I can-
very complex game in StarCraft too.
If I can make money playing video games,
Would be nice.
that'd be
Would
that's the American dream.
nice.
Number 8, Commandos Behind Enemy Lines. You ever played it?
Let me take a look at this video because I'm not. I feel like it sounds familiar.
I never played it, man. I wouldn't know.
All right, no, I
Wouldn't-
haven't. It looks like it's a top-down, real-time strategy type.
No, thanks.
game.
Fuck it. Number 9, Baldur's Gate.
I've dabbled.
It looks like that guy right there almost looks like a Fallout kind of
I I think
like,
it
thing,
doesn't take
you know what I
place
mean?
in it's like a Dungeons and Dragons top-down game. I don't know why they have a
Oh wait, yeah. Never mind. How Fallout and Baldur's Gate RPG. Never
oh
mind.
because the first Fallout was very similar to like how you control your character and moved and stuff. That's why. Um,
Uh,
I've dabbled in a little bit. I know you can. It's like when you play it online, you can have like 6 characters, and if you want, you can have like 6 actual people playing with you at once in each character. Like you can customize it, and it seems pretty cool. You just need to find friends to play that game with. So
yeah. Fuck yeah. And then last but not least, number 10, Resident Evil 2.
which means Resident Evil
PlayStation
1
1.
is even older.
I'm gonna guess 96.
That's probably a good guess. Survey says
Drumroll, please.
96.
Boom. Suck it. That was literally just a
So.
guess, so I didn't know.
The first one I played was 5.
First one I played was 7 with you.
You
I never
did.
played them. I was more of a
I
Dino
played-
Crisis kind of guy.
I vaguely remember that.
That was a fun game. I love Dino Crisis. PS1, my grandma's basement. Lights out, dinosaurs on.
I've never played the first 3 Resident Evils, but 4 was good, 5 wasn't bad, 6 was 7 was good. So I'm excited to see
What's
what
8
they
gonna
do
be?
in the future.
8's gonna be
8? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean,
I don't
there's
know.
also a bunch of Resident Evil games out there that aren't numbered. Like there's Code Veronica, there's something else, and there's this and there's that. There's like at least I want to say 4 or 5 games that aren't numbered.
Who knows, man?
Oh God,
I don't know. I
Yeah,
haven't played them.
yeah. There's
1,000.
I'll just put it up on Wiki. I'll go through it. So 96 was Resident Evil. 97 was Resident Evil Director's Cut. 98 was Resident Evil 2. 99 was Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. 2000 was Resident Evil Survivor and Resident Evil Code Veronica. And then 2001 was Resident Evil Gaiden and Resident Evil Survivor 2 Code Veronica. 2002 was Resident Evil Remake and Resident Evil 0. 03 was Dead Aim and also Outbreak. 04 was Outbreak File number 2. 05 was Resident Evil 4. 07 was The Umbrella Chronicles. 09 was 5 and The Dark Side Chronicles. 11 was Mercenaries Versus and Mercenaries 3D. 2012 was Revelations and Operation Raccoon
Holy
City
shit.
and Resident Evil 6. So there were 3 games that year.
Holy fuck.
2015 was Revelations 2. 2016 was Umbrella Corps. 2017 was Resident Evil 7. And apparently Resident Evil 2 is in the process of getting a remake. So there's been
Cool.
a lot of Resident Evil titles. More than
It
7.
makes me think, dude. Back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, like you got a new game every year, sometimes twice a year.
Yep.
Like at least every other 2 years. Now it's like you're lucky to get a new game every fucking 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like of the one you necessarily want, like a new franchise.
Well, I think that's
There's a
partly-
lot larger gap because I guess there's more development that goes in.
I was going to say, I think it's partly development. You got voice acting that needs to go on. You have
Mhm.
actual
Captures.
storyboarding, cutscenes, motion captures, yeah,
Yep.
all that.
Yep.
But I think it's also the
Build the anticipation.
not only that, but
I think.
and the quality anticipation. Is that the word I'm looking
Yeah.
for? The
No,
expected level
expectation.
expectation. Thank you.
Expectation.
The
Yeah.
quality expectation is just growing. with
People,
each
you guys
game.
fucking chill out, dude.
Like I've seen a picture
I
on
mean, I like a good game.
I've seen a picture on Reddit and other games where it's like takes a screenshot of GoldenEye and it's like, dude, back whenever it was released, it's like these graphics, amazing, and then it takes a screenshot of GTA 5 and it goes, man, this game is so pixelated, like this game is horrible with graphics, and it's like,
Fuck you.
do you realize how much is in that game? How much work was put in that to make that game? Like it's 20 years ago, you could not fathom
No.
half of that.
To
game.
drive around GTA 5's map and not have a fucking loading screen, that's amazing. Remember GTA like 3 going between like
No, never played it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
You never played GTA 3?
Don't think so.
You can't tell, but I'm looking at you in disgust via microphone. Dude, get on that. It's a fun game. But okay, you play Vice City.
Dabbled.
Oh my god, what is your role?
I didn't really touch GTA until 4. I've dabbled in San Andreas.
You're a bitch.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, I didn't play. I didn't beat San Andreas. I just kind of copied my brother's file from PS2 that he already beat, and then just played the shit out of it. But dude, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, I believe still too. Every time you go between islands, quote
Mhm.
unquote, like there would just be like a fucking 35-second load screen. So like the fact that you can in 4 and 5, you can just drive around this immense map, not have one loading screen, go right into another mission from another mission, and it's like
It's
it's pixelated. Do you know how much they have to render at like one time?
I did. I will say I saw
Come on.
a GIF on Reddit
Mom's like, you choose GIF.
a couple of days ago. Shut up.
Yeah.
And it was like the caption was like amazing draw distance or something. And it's this guy
Yeah.
driving like his motorcycle or something on the train tracks, and all of a sudden the last cart of the train appears, and he just drives right into the back of it and is now on the train.
Yep.
But
Whatever. Dude, that game's amazing.
Yeah.
For what it was originally to what it is now.
oh
It
yeah,
took him a while. But dude, solid stuff. Crazy stuff. Anyway, what do you say, Matt?
I don't know, what do I say?
You want to call it?
Have we kind of touched everything?
I think so.
I think we did.
I think we touched on everything we wanted to
Yeah,
talk about this week.
looks like we did.
Yeah. So I guess next week we'll be back at it again. I'll probably have a review of Ready Player One,
I might. I don't know.
the movie. And we will be back with other video game news, movie news, and what we've been doing, what we've been playing.
Maybe I'll have
No.
perfected Dark Souls 3 at that point. Who knows?
Maybe I'll perfect it.
Probably not.
Platinumed. Ukulele.
I don't know if you will.
Doubt it. This fucking quills, man. Rextros. Oh.
Or,
Yep. That is it.
all right.
If you guys have any comments, if you are still listening, hit us up on Gmail, guyparty91@gmail.com. On Instagram now at guypartypod. Is that correct, Matt?
I believe so. I don't know. You're the one that changed it recently.
Guypartypod. Guy_party_pod.
Yes, that's what it is.
Instagram and even Discord at Matt, whatever you say. Go ahead.
Broody, which is Brew D33, pound
BREWD.
sign 6458, or Brooker, pound sign 7565.
7565. Yep.
7565? 7565.
7565.
You had me confused.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bye.
that's it, guys. We will see you next week. And as always, enjoy whatever you're doing.
Bye.
Bye.